These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. When it comes to online college, Southern New Hampshire University is so good, it's scary. Listen, the facts don't lie. SNHU has degree programs that fit your goals, online classes that fit your life, and real support at every step. And if that wasn't enough, they've got some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. This is an airtight case, you guys. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to get started. That's snhu.edu/morbid. Chilling crime cases are mysterious, but finding coverage shouldn't be. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options and can personalize your plan to help create an affordable price so you can get back to cracking all of life's bigger cases. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Head to statefarm.com to get a quote. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state. Hey, Weirdos, I'm Ash.
I'm Alaina.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is a special episode of Morbid, everybody.
It's special. We have a guest.
We do.
Yay!
It's Andrew McMahon on the show. You might know him from one of his several bands. We've got Something Corporate, Jack's Mannequin, or Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness.
That's me.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
You're all of those.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for being
coming.
in studio.
It's like such a cool place to be. I'm honored.
So are we. So getting into the questions, I did read that you are somewhat of a child prodigy when it came to the piano. What drew you to the piano so young?
I mean, it's going to get heavy really quick. No, I had we had like a loss in our family. My uncle passed away, and right around that same time, I had a friend's dad teach me how to play a Jerry Lee Lewis song on the piano. And I had piano lessons a little bit as a kid, but I took the chord that he taught me and all of a sudden just started writing songs. And that was kind of how I processed my grief from losing my uncle. And that was it for me. I was like, this is the thing. Like writing songs became my whole, like I would come home from school and I would just sit at the piano until I was told I had to go to sleep or do something for school or whatever.
I love that.
And it's been that way ever since.
That's when you know it's meant to be. When it's something that like heals a part, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just started trying to learn. I got like a keyboard. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're 9, it's like a whole other, right?
Everything is so much easier.
Yeah,
Meldable.
You have that whole sort of neuroplasticity or whatever, and I really liked it, right? So it wasn't like I didn't start going to piano lessons until like maybe a year or two after that, and so for me it was just like constant discovery, and like you said, it was a way to process my world, you know. So I I think I blew past the it's hard part until I got into like having to study classical music, and then it was like, this sucks.
Yeah, that's when it gets like real hard.
Yeah. And I wasn't a great student, but I sort of did what I had to learn how to navigate the piano and read and do all that stuff. But it was always just like a safe haven for me.
And it worked out.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, we're all pretty thankful for that.
It's been the only real job I've had to have my whole life, which is
That's badass.
which is a really a huge gift. I mean, I'm always wondering when the bottom will drop out of that, but yeah, so far so good.
Yeah. Well, you've been making music since like 1998.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, since you were a kid, but officially.
Yeah. So Something Corporate, which was like my sort of official second high school band. We throughout my junior, senior of high school kind of continued to get bigger, and I sort of skipped college and focused on that. And miraculously, we got signed when I was 18.
That's incredible.
And that was sort of the beginning of all of it. So I Something Corporate did really well, and we toured a ton and put out records, and then I've kind of hopped from like about every 10 years or so start a new project because I'm restless, I guess you could say. And yeah, it's been a journey for sure. And I've had good fans who are willing to follow me through multiple name changes over the years. Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Something Corporate was my thing in high school. Like
Really? I love that.
16-year-old Alaina.
So, yeah, 16-year-old Alaina was like at every show.
Well,
every single show.
I think that's how we connected, was because I started having fans message me on Instagram, and they're like, you got mentioned on the Morbid podcast. And
so funny to think about.
And like the first one I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I saw another few roll through, and then I was like,
You're like, who are these people?
I'm like, we should reach out to these women. They keep talking about us, and it seemed like they're pretty popular. And then we met at the what was it, Roadrunner show?
Yeah, it was at the Roadrunner
on
show.
the Something Corporate reunion.
Yep.
Thanks to Connor.
Yes.
Shout out.
Connor forever.
Connor's a good man. He's a very good man. Yeah, my tour manager. He's our Gen Z holding down the.
Hell yeah.
We like to. I like to bring young bucks into the mix and bring them up. That's always been sort of a part of our mission. And Connor rose the ranks from content to now he's tour managing. He's tour managing. Yeah.
He's a good representation of Gen Z.
He is.
He's
It's actually
the representation.
like I hate the whole kids these days philosophy. I really like it. To me, I feel like it's such a sign of you're not actually paying attention. And I've had my whole perception of the Gen Z universe reshaped by Connor and his people and people we've brought into our camp.
I love
I'm like,
that.
no, these guys are actually hard workers and super fun and very fashionable.
Yeah,
and
they are.
Yeah,
Very fashionable.
I'm a huge fan.
You got to meet the right Gen Zs. I'm a zillennial, so I
She's on the cusp.
I like to say I'm a millennial because, Gen Z gets a lot of hate.
What's funny is like I always rejected the fact that I was a millennial because I graduated in 2000 and we didn't have a qualification. Yeah. We were just sort of in this nether group between Gen X and whatever was coming next. And then I think by the time I was 30, then they started calling us millennials. And I was like, I denounce this.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I don't like this qualification or designation.
I worked at Hollywood Video. In high school, like RIP video stores.
Guys, that's where you could rent movies.
That was where you could rent VHS tapes and also DVDs.
Yeah.
My favorite job ever. And I used to make, we would be able to pick what could be on the screens.
Yeah.
And I would make everybody play this one DVD. And it was like Drive-Through Records.
Oh, yeah. I remember it well.
And I would make them play it just so we could have the Something Corporate performance.
That's amazing.
I love that.
Like over and over.
I had many of my friends were Blockbuster video employees.
Hell yeah.
And we used to go hang out at Blockbuster on the weekends because they would just, they'd smoke weed in the back and like be, like we're proper degenerate Blockbuster employee managerial staff. And yes, I do. I miss the Blockbuster
Such a good
days.
vibe.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
That's one thing I wish I experienced. I remember Blockbuster like a little bit from being like 5 and 6.
Yeah.
But beyond that, no.
I mean, the truth is the new model is working better. There were oftentimes there were no videos available
Very
at
true.
Blockbuster, but
Very
but
true.
it was a fun sort of
Just the
snapshot.
environment.
Yeah. It's like a
loved
cozy
it.
vibe. Well, going back to the music, how would you say your relationship with music has kind of changed and evolved throughout all the years that you've been doing it?
I mean, Look, I think, you're an author, so it's like as you start by writing because it's just like a reflex and it's this exploratory thing. And I think the biggest shift is that you have to continue to find ways to explore and make it fresh and make it exciting. So like I've changed processes over the years, right? I think when some of that like, oh, I just have to be sitting at the piano all day. And like now I have a family and I spend a lot of time on the road. So I do, I do little tricks to sort of re-engage myself in the writing process. So I'll write with other people that I'm really excited about. I try and always like surround myself with writers that are both older and younger than me, just so I can, like I love having people in the room that are still in that phase of writing where they're like hyper creative and just super hungry, and it keeps me hungry. So I think that's changed. And then what you write about changes, right? So as you get to certain stages of life and the questions are changing about what is relevant or what's important to you, you have to find new ways in to discuss those things. And I feel like changing projects for me is like has been a part of that, right? So it's like something corporate was like very much about all of the things that you encounter in like high school and coming of age.
Emotions.
And, and it's a lot of makeups and breakups. And I think our industry, like the music business, is fueled on a lot of that. And as somebody who wants to write and perform and do this till the day I die, I've had to sort of shift my thinking. A lot of Jack's Mannequin was, I got sick when I was in the middle of that project. So I had cancer and I was a cancer survivor. I was like, how do you write about that? And then sort of shifting into this next phase, a lot of it's been about keeping my edge while maintaining a family and a life and how to look after my kid and those questions that come with fatherhood and trying to stay creative. So I think those are sort of big parts of how I shift and try and stay creative.
It's cool because you can look back on every stage of your life and there's a song for it or an album for it, really.
Yeah, totally. And I think too, like I've tried really hard because a lot of my fans have grown up with me, like rather than making the mistake I think a lot of people do as they get older in their artistic processes or trying to sort of recreate their youth and still sing about those things. And I think it's the challenge for me is like, how do I really talk about what's relevant to me now and put that in a pop song, and that can be tricky.
Yeah.
But I think if you strike on something that's universal, it applies backwards and forwards. And I want people who've been with me for a really long time to be like, oh, he's talking to an experience that I'm having right now because we're a similar age and going through similar things in life. But also if I do it well, you could be 15 and pick up that record and it will land. Most of the artists I was listening to when I was 15 were much older than I was. And somehow those songs were still connecting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's like what you just said. Like people who've listened to you have grown up with you now.
Yeah.
So like it's funny because when we went to the Something Corporate concert where we met, it was funny to look around and see like, I was like, oh, it's just like a bunch of moms and dads being like, just like transporting back into like Something Corporate days.
Yeah.
But it's fun because it's like, we've been able to relate to you in the music the entire way through. And you can feel like the shifts, but they're so smooth because like we're going into that phase. So we are going to go in there together.
Yeah.
So it's just been really nice. Like even like last night we were talking about Bluey and I was like, wow, we're just parents now together. Like it's wild.
I think it's like a task, but I think it's a worthy one. And I'm like, I'm super reverent of the fact that there are people who I've been seeing at shows since they were, high school, middle-aged kids coming out to see me when I was not much older than them. I was 18 or 19, but it felt like a world apart, right? When you're sort of like grown and then you have like a kid in the audience. Now, now we're sort of orbiting the same life trajectories. And I really I want to make music for those people who have been in those rooms. And I want them to have songs that they can connect to at this stage of wherever they're at. And,
You're killing it.
well, thank you. I try really hard.
And it trickles down because there was like 3 generations of us at that show because it was Alaina, me, and my little cousin. So it's like I started listening to you when I was like 6.
Yeah.
And then
Because
still
I was like,
do.
you're listening.
And my cousin's like 3 singing like I woke up in a car. So it does trickle down.
Yeah, well, like the shows I went to when I was, the first shows I was going to, a lot of them were bands. My brothers and sisters, 3 of them are 10 12 years older than I am. And, I went to see REM when I was in the 7th grade or whatever. and and I became a huge Tom Petty fan, and like going to those shows, seeing the young people that were picking up, the Heartbreakers to my brothers and sisters ages and older, in a dream world, that's really what you want. You want to see people across generations connecting to what you do. And that's sort of the fight I'm in every day, is just to sort of make sure that, it spreads to as many people across generations as possible.
It works.
Yeah.
It does.
It's
You're doing
working.
it.
My youngest is obsessed with Happy.
I
new
love that.
single. She was like, wait a second. He sings Happy? I was like, yep. And she's 5, so you're in all ranges.
That's the deal. Yeah. That's what we want.
Transcends.
Yeah.
Well, finally, to transition us into like our world of morbid and macabre, you have a song with your band Something Corporate called Me and the Moon.
Yes.
It's
one
a
of my
little more
favorites.
eerie and haunting. It's like not the typical style for you.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about where the idea for that song came from, like how it came to be.
Well, so like when we put out the first Something Corporate record, and I think a lot of that music was really reflective of sort of our high school, post-high school journey, because a lot of those songs were written in that time. And that was sort of the first record we went out and toured the world with and got it noticed for. And then, by that point that I was coming back to write those songs for North, I was just in a much different headspace, and it was like I wanted to do something moodier, and it was like the first time I was living in Jordan Pundick from Newfound Glory. I was living in his guest room, and it was sort of the first time I'd lived away from my parents, and so I had all this freedom just to sit in a room and write all day. And I mean, I would be lying to say I wasn't like smoking a ton of weed at that point, and just playing the piano and just trying to find new chords and new chord shapes and progressions. And I got to this sort of piano figure that plays under the verses of that song, which I was like, this is so cool. Like it felt like something really new for me. And the first words that showed up were, it's a good year for a murder. and
so good.
It's such a good opening line.
I remember even in that moment being like, oh, this is going to land pretty interesting.
You're like, this is different.
Yeah, I'm like punk rock princess to let's talk about murder, But I was just in love with it, and it sort of wrote itself, like the verses wrote itself, and it became about this sort of idea of like a suburban mother finally reaching her breaking point with her husband.
This part of the show is brought to you by Anua, the Korean skincare brand known for scientific, gentle, yet effective formulations. The latest from Anua is the Retinol Collagen Gua Sha Cream, a firming cream with a gua sha-shaped tip built right in. Have you guys heard of gua sha? It's that viral massage tool that moves fluid and tension out of your face. Less puffiness, a snatched jawline, honey, more definition in your face. Retinol firms and reduces fine lines, and collagen keeps your skin plump and structured. This cream has both of those things, arguably the most optimal combo for that snatched, lifted look all in one step. I am obsessed with the gua sha cream. First of all, it feels so cool to the touch. When you put that on your face, it's just like, this is lovely. It's like a little spa treatment that you can give yourself. I like to do mine at night after I get out of the shower. I rub the cream on my face with the little gua sha. I'm sculpting that jawline, honey. I got it on the cheekbones. And actually, I had a facial the other day, and the lady doing my facial, the professional, she said, do you use a gua sha at home? And I said, I do. And I said, how did you know that? And she said, I didn't have those little like bumps in my chin or like different areas like that. So she could tell that I was using the gua sha. And I said, oh my God. I just feel like I wake up less puffy in the morning when I do it the night before. But you can do it whenever you want to. I, 10 out of 10, recommend this product. The Anua Gua Sha Cream value set is available at anua.com, already discounted. Use code MORBID for an extra 10% off. That's ANUA.com, code MORBID. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And, you know, I grew up in a amazing house. And by the time I was, in high school, it was like a lot of like a house full of women. It was like my sister and my mom and me. And, you know, my mom never tried to kill my dad. So there's none of that.
But lore right now.
I think I could relate to the angst of that, just having been, my mom and I were super close growing up. And so it was like, originally it was like courtroom drama. Like the chorus was all about what happens after
I love that.
the murder, and then it didn't fit right.
Whittled it down.
And me and the band were on tour we were in Amsterdam, I think, or
cool.
something like that. Or no, maybe we were in Leeds, and ended up meeting up with a couple of the drive-through bands and went on a very wild sort of psychedelic journey.
Nice.
And I remember I was following the moon all night by myself.
That's amazing.
Through Leeds, England. I was certain it was calling me. I won't paint the details of what led me to that moment, but I remember just going like, I just want to go see where this moon is at.
Hell
And I
yeah.
just followed it through the streets.
It was you and the moon.
Yeah, totally. Until I ended up like locked in a hotel bathroom. And I had this piece of paper and I just wrote, "It's me and the moon." And I like,
Oh my God, stop.
and it was,
That's amazing.
The handwriting was like cursive and just kind of like
super like
writing the
whimsical.
words was actually a part of the journey. And I woke up with that piece of paper and I ended up on a stage sound checking, and I finished the song on stage, and I was like, and just wrote the chorus to the rest of the song that day. And yeah, it's been one of my favorites forever. And the fact that fans followed us into that phase was such a huge thing, because I was like, are they going to hate me for taking this hard left turn into 6/8 sort of murder mystery song?
It was welcome.
That's so good.
But yeah, it was that song was a journey from start to finish, and still I think like is a high watermark for the Something Corporate catalog.
Definitely.
I remember hearing that song for the
Yeah.
first time and being like, "What is this?" Like, I was like, "Excuse me."
It was
Loved
definitely
it.
a challenge to fans to be like, do you want to go here? But it gave me a lot of hope for the future too.
Yeah.
That it was like, okay, cool. I can stretch out and people will take a chance and follow us.
If we'll
into
go
this.
with you for murder,
Yeah.
the sky's the limit.
us
The
anywhere.
moon's the limit. Like,
for
you're
sure.
good.
It's such a great song.
Thank you so much.
And I think now we can go into dancing plagues.
Yes.
Quite the transition.
Because, music, dancing. You do a lot of dancing on stage.
I love to
Part of the
dance.
whole thing. So we're going to talk about dancing plagues, and we're also going to talk about a couple of nunneries that just had some stuff going on that I thought was pretty.
love
Hysteria is kind of where we're going here.
I was raised a Catholic, so I'm all for getting into the nun,
So let's
the nun
do this.
phase of this.
So we're going to start way back. This was on Christmas Eve in 1021 CE.
Oh shit. Way back.
This is where
Love
it
it.
begins. So this small German town called Kolbeekt. I looked up all these pronunciations, so don't come for me.
No, you always kill the pronunciations.
I
In a good
try.
way.
Sometimes I kill it the other way, but so 18 of the town's residents gathered outside of the church and started dancing. Just started dancing and carrying on with wild abandon. And the noise from these dancers made it impossible for the priest to deliver mass. So he went outside and he started to reprimand the group. And they were just seeming completely oblivious to him. Like, it wasn't like they were ignoring him. They just, like, didn't even know he was there. Just kept going. And rather than heed the priest's words, which at that time, people would heed that priest's words,
Yeah, you had
they just
to.
continued dancing and clapping and leaping. And they were forming what would later be documented to be called a ring dance of sin.
Oh, obsessed.
Which I kind of love.
I want in.
Where do we sign up for the ring dance of sin? So according to the legend, the priest, who was very angry, very incensed about the interruption and disrespect, quite frankly, cursed them all to dance for the entire year, and none of them were able to regain control of their bodies until the following Christmas.
The priest did
Which
this?
I didn't realize priests could curse people.
So he insisted that they keep going because
Yeah.
they had even started.
He was like, "Oh, you want to dance? You're going to
Embarrass
dance until next
yourselves."
Christmas." Yeah. And they
Wow.
did. And by the time the curse was ended, the group was exhausted and reportedly fell into a deep sleep. And a lot of them never woke up from that deep sleep. So some
they
of them
died.
So he just straight up killed some of them.
Okay, priest.
Can I ask practical questions
Absolutely.
about food and bathroom?
None of that. None of that. In fact, many of these dancing plagues, food, bathroom breaks, like sleep, don't happen.
Not
They
necessary.
just dance through it, and that's how most of them die.
Wow.
So they just
Like, there's
Like-
deaths that come out of these.
Are they just like peeing all over themselves?
Probably. It's reckless.
Rancid.
Like, whatever is happening there is a lot.
So some people lived for a year doing this?
I guess so. Or they would join, I think, maybe.
Okay.
Others would join. So, given, how old this story is, obviously, I'm sure there's been some embellishments.
Yeah.
But according to historian John Waller, there was nothing in the story that medieval people found hard to believe. Like, to be quite honest.
They're like, yeah, whatever.
They were
Sounds
like,
good.
yeah, people probably would dance themselves for a year to death. Because it was a society that was very accustomed to assigning supernatural explanations to literally anything they couldn't understand. So the idea of such crazy behavior being the result of a curse from a holy man was like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Why
what
not?
happened. And as he points out, plenty of sources indicate that this obscure chronicler may have embellished a real event. So there was truth to this. Basically, the details might have been a little bit exaggerated, but that like manic and like uncontrollable dance that they were doing probably happened because it has happened.
Yeah.
So this was kind of the beginning of like dancing plagues being documented. Now, 200 years later, in a German town of Urquhart, looked it up, a similarly crazy and bizarre outbreak of dancing mania broke out in 1247. So this time, at least 200 people are said to have gathered on a bridge.
Oh.
And it was over the Moselle River in Maastricht, where they danced until the bridge collapsed.
Stop it.
And all of them died.
Said rocket to the wheels fall off.
They did, and then they died.
And then,
that
yeah.
was it. Bridge collapsed. Everyone died. That was it. And then so that happened.
How long were they up there for, does it say?
It doesn't say how long, but I feel like it probably wasn't that long because 200
lot of
people on a
people.
bridge. And
Yeah.
I don't think the structural integrity of bridges in 1247 was like something of note.
Not quite the same
So
as today.
I'm assuming they all just went down. But there is a second version of this story, so there is like a little wiggle room.
Okay.
So this one, in this version of the story, the same thing happened, except everyone didn't die. People died, but there were survivors. And people say that some of those survivors were taken to a nearby chapel.
Where they kept dancing.
And this nearby chapel was dedicated to Saint Vitus, where these people received treatment for their quote unquote mania, and many of them were restored to full health. So they said
Okay.
they went to this specific chapel, and that's what cured them.
And they never danced again.
Never danced again.
It's a flash mob gone wrong.
Flash mob gone horribly wrong. And then a chapel was able to heal any of the survivors. And Saint Vitus comes up a few times.
What's Saint Vitus the saint of?
That's apparently he's like he has something to do with dance. Like he has
looking
something
it
to
up.
do with this, and he gets brought up a lot. Because the dancing madness actually gets translated into being called Saint Vitus dance.
Oh, nice.
So, what is he is he a patron saint of anything?
Hold on. Let's look.
You're like, wait a second.
I'm excited for this.
Because he comes up a lot.
It's the
I don't know
patron
if this
saint of,
is the one.
of standing still.
Of chilling.
Of chilling.
So his name is sometimes rendered Guy or Guido, was a Christian martyr, I know, from Sicily.
I know.
His surviving hagiography.
Obviously.
That is pure legend. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if he's a patron saint.
He's the patron saint of dance. I think we can all agree.
Let's
to
go
that.
with that.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll take
Wait, yeah.
It is also led to Vitus being considered the patron saint of dancers and entertainers in general.
Boom.
He is also said to protect against lightning strikes, animal attacks, and oversleeping.
That's sick of him.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
He does not guide me. I'm oversleeping all the time.
He didn't help the first group that slept until they
No.
died.
Didn't help them. Now, it's from this like second telling of that story that the affliction got the name Correspondence, which is Greek and it translates to dancing madness. And now it's more well known as Saint Vitus dance. So he gets to be named in the affliction.
That's fun.
Now, over time, the terminology would change a little bit, but the behavior would end up being called choria, which is an actual disorder. And it's incorrectly that, like referred to as that, because this disorder, chorea, is a disorder of the central nervous system that causes like irregular, like brief jerking movements, but it's not dancing.
They
Like,
meant
it's just
choreo.
Yeah, it's just they meant choreo, and
Yeah.
then chorea is not that.
It's not hanging with your homies on a bridge
Yeah.
and dancing until it
No.
falls down.
So if you ever hear
Still
somebody
having the
say
time
it,
of your life.
you correct them if you ever hear them saying it.
Okay.
I'm sure it comes
In the
up a lot.
wild.
All the time. It's very common in my
Comes up on the road a
Yeah.
lot. So these two early examples were contained to Germany, but a similar form of hysteria that kind of had like similar, symptoms to it was known as tarantism.
Okay.
And it emerged in the 13th century in Italy. And according to Robert Bartholomew, which I am obsessed with the name Bartholomew.
Same, I love it a lot.
Why isn't it used anymore? I don't know. He said people asleep or awake would suddenly jump up, feeling an acute pain like the sting of a bee. Some saw the spider, others did not, but they knew that it must be from the tarantula.
Like capital T, the spider.
The spider.
Okay. Not a spider.
Nope. The spider.
The only spider.
The only
only one.
spider. They ran out of the house into the street to the marketplace, dancing in great excitement. Soon they were joined, who like them had been bitten, or by people who had been stung in previous years, for the disease was never quite cured. The poison remained in the body and reactivated every year in the heat of the summer.
What?
I love
This is amazing.
I wish this still happened.
I feel like it probably does. Maybe we just
Let's
don't
make
hear
it
about
happen.
it. Let's make it. Flash mobs are actually this.
Yeah, pretty much.
They've all been bitten.
They have by the spider.
Spider.
And it happens in the heat of. I like that it like reactivates in the heat of the summer.
Yeah.
Like summer, we're gonna get crazy.
Like,
with
let's
it.
party.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And it's called tarantism, and it's most often girls and young women are afflicted. Probably because they're like hysteria. Am I right? Like,
This is
girls
so
and
crazy.
women.
I'm so random.
Yeah. And that's when it got labeled hysteria, when they were like, oh, girls and young women get it?
Yeah.
Hysteria. Like the dancing plagues, there was no identifiable cause of the tarantism because, like, a tarantula bite doesn't cause this.
You don't say.
So, like, there's no reason for this. But they just believed it to be, like, a mass, like, psychogenic illness, which is even scarier.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's probably just a reaction to the times.
That's
Everybody's
honestly,
probably bored.
You're like
in the end, that kind of is what it feels like it is.
we feel depressed. Now it's time to wild
Dance.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a better version of the witch trials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a way better
A much
version.
better version.
Like, the way better.
Yeah.
So the early instances of the dancing plagues were pretty limited in size and scope, and they were, again, like limited to specific locations. But then came 1374, y'all. An outbreak of dancing mania started in a German city of Aachen, I believe it is, and it eventually spread to other cities outside of Germany. So it's happening.
Dancing everywhere.
Were they
It's
all
all
happening
happening.
at the same time? Was it like
Some of them were, and
Okay.
then some of them would start at the end of the next one, and it was just like a
Like a
continuous
wave.
thing. Yeah, like a wave in a stadium. The outbreak of 1374, sometimes referred to as St. John's Dance, began like the others. So it was like a small group forming a circle in the town square, starting to dance with each other. But the thing that keeps happening with these is they start to dance and it's like fine. And then they get more frenzied and it just like loses all control. And that's what they lose control of their senses. They don't care who's near them. They are like whirling around, like looking like they're in like a state of just like ecstasy. Like it's like,
like
a
a rave.
trance.
yeah?
Like a straight up rave.
I was at a show like last year. It feels similar.
Like
Yeah.
that happened.
You're like, I had this.
That was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Some would dance for hours. Some would dance for days at a time, not stopping. Not stopping to eat, drink, sleep, piss, anything.
Damn.
Nothing.
So there's
There
your
it is.
answer.
Yeah, there we go.
And when they did finally stop, the dancers all spoke of some undeniable compulsion to dance. And then they would complain of extreme oppression and groaned as if in the agonies of death.
What?
And then they would groan until they were swathed in clothes bound tightly around their waists.
What? Well, I feel like they probably were aching from dancing.
Yeah.
You ever take a Zumba class? It's a lot.
It is.
You know?
You need one of those little roller ball things. Yeah. Just get it all out.
Yeah.
Or that little machine we have that can like
Oh, I
get
love that thing.
a tight muscle out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a short time later, the dancers' pain would subside because they would get the rollerball or do whatever they needed to do.
When they finished Zumba.
And they remained pain-free until the next compulsion came over them. And then it would keep happening. Like they would go through periods of time where they were fine. And then they just start dancing a fool again.
Oh, no.
Did they say they enjoyed the dancing when they were doing it? Or was it?
I think they were in like a trance. So I don't think they could even remember.
They didn't know.
They just felt the pain afterwards.
Damn.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
But within a few weeks, that plague, the St. John's dance plague, had spread to Liège, Utrecht, and Tongres.
Those places.
And then further out to towns in Belgium and the Netherlands.
Wow.
And according to one account, they danced together ceaselessly for hours or days and in wild delirium. The dancers collapsed and fell to the ground exhausted, groaning and sighing as if in the agonies of death. And many later claimed that they had seen, this is literally my favorite thing I've ever heard, by the way.
I'm so excited.
Many of them claimed that they had seen the walls of heaven split open and that Jesus and the Virgin Mary had appeared before them.
Were they dancing?
No.
Were Jesus and Mary dancing?
Now that would be fun.
I cannot
I would
say.
love.
I cannot say. But the walls of heaven split open during this dancing
You just
session.
have to dance your way into heaven.
You
That's all.
do. That's
I feel like that's actually probably true.
Yeah.
You
know?
That's
Like,
I mean,
damn.
it seems like a reaction to whatever their religious
oppressed
and
by.
so they're like okay, we have to chill, but if we just go freak out,
Hell yeah.
and we can claim we're seeing heaven.
They're
It's
like
a path.
guys.
It's a religious path we're
Yeah.
following.
They're like Jesus and Mary are over here. Like
Yeah.
they came in.
They're like, let's go.
They're joining the ring of sin,
It'd be
whatever it
fun
was.
if the priest joined in at that point. They're like, is this how we do it?
This is how we go.
That's how fun math
Jesus
starts.
and Mary are here, you say?
Yeah.
So for the next 100 years, people in Germany and surrounding countries would periodically fall into these trances and manias.
100 years?
Yeah. In 1491, this is literally my favorite thing ever, by the way. In 1491, several residents of a nunnery, here we go, in the Habsburg Netherlands were overcome with the compulsion to dance. But this time, it wasn't just dancing. So there were some that just like were getting their groove on. And then they would also be accompanied by instances of hold on to your habits.
Oh, no.
They would climb trees and behave like cats.
What?
And they would all meow together.
Rad. I love this.
I hate that this wasn't on film.
Climbing up the
Just
tree.
climbing in a full habit. Like that's all I'm thinking of is like full nun gear.
Just like lifting
In
it
a
up to your
tree,
knees
just
and
being like,
climbing.
"Meow." What? I love it. Also in this delirium, it gets racy because they would sexually proposition the priest.
Good. Iconic.
And then it got better because the priests were like, no. And they would call exorcists to be like, clearly this demon's afoot. And when the exorcists would come, the nuns would sexually proposition the exorcist. I'm obsessed with it. I don't know why I love it so much. Let them live.
Yeah.
Like the people in 11th century Germany, the nun's affliction was believed to be a curse, obviously, brought by Saint Vitus. And it was apparently supposed to be in response to the supposed moral laxity and split from the church of the period. So they were like,
now we've got our answer.
here it comes.
Yeah.
So that's what that, and I guess other supernatural suspects in the case that were brought up were Saint John the Baptist, demons as a whole.
Of course.
Any demon will do.
The hierarchy of demons.
And Satan himself.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Which apparently some of the nuns, while they were sexually propositioning the priests and the exorcists and not getting any, they were getting pushback. They were like, well, that's fine because I have also fucked Satan. So like they were literally being like.
Wait, the nuns would say that?
Yeah, they were literally, probably not like
Not
that.
exactly
Like that. They probably had a nun way of saying it.
Maybe.
They've had relations with the devil.
Wow.
Basically.
Damn.
Yeah, so they were claiming it. Like, let's go, girls.
When it was over, were they allowed to stay in the nunnery, or were they
question.
exiled?
That's a great question. I don't think they were exiled.
Okay.
But perhaps they were. I feel like when you said you fucked the devil, I feel like that's your time to step out.
Skirt out,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think they're gonna
Find a new path in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. I don't think you get like this is one strike.
Yeah.
Like
Getting scared is one thing. Getting a thrill is, well, you want more of those in your life. The Genesis GV70 is built to thrill, baby. A thrilling yet elegant design always makes driving the GV70 an exciting adventure. Its powerful athletic stance screams performance and turns heads. Everybody's looking at you, girl, or boy, or whoever. Command the road and experience a class-leading standard 300 horsepower. Oh my God. Plus, discover the different dynamic drive modes for all different terrains. Choose between the different terrain modes for whatever road conditions you may encounter. The Genesis GV70's award-winning technology and performance lets you drive with comfort and drive with confidence all at the same time. It's an exciting SUV with intuitive tech that can make your ride smooth even when the road isn't. And its blind spot cameras allow you to see what's next to you. It's like having eyes on the side of your head. That's pretty iconic. Its performance, by the way, is measured not only in power, but in how it makes you feel confident, sexy. The Genesis GV70. Learn more at genesis.com and feel the GV70. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. Let's talk about bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, and it doesn't have to be that way. But with SoFi's high-yield checkings and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit. No account or overdraft fees. We love transparency. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, plus get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at sofi.com/morbid. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply.
Another thing. Now, in the 15th century in German, this is another nunnery because this is awesome. One nun started biting the others.
Was she dancing first, or she just
Was
started
No
biting?
dancing involved.
Was she one of the cat nuns? That's
She was not one of the cat nuns.
Okay,
This is a
interesting.
different nunnery.
Okay.
So she starts biting the other nuns. And then they were all like, wow, that sucks. Like, don't do that. And then after a while,
Direct quote.
yeah, they're like, wow, direct quote on the record. That sucks. Stop doing that. And then one of them was like, well, I guess I'll just bite you back, which like, I get
Fair.
it.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
would.
like if she's still biting you,
Don't bite me.
bite her back. Yeah. And one of them bit her back, and then they all started biting each other. And then they were just rapidly biting you. Like all of them just started biting each other, biting the priests.
Oh, and
Again,
this
they
is
brought
like-
the priests.
This is not a sanitary time. It's never a good time to bite anybody, but
No,
that's
but-
bad.
Are
Yeah.
they still dancing while they're biting? That's the
I
question.
feel like dancing may not have been a part of this one. It might have just been a biting
Interesting.
scenario, but it would be really funny to think of them dancing and biting.
Get their groove on.
Just great. And every once in a while, the beat drops and they bite someone.
Yeah.
So then word spread about this affliction because people were like, whoa, have you heard of this?
These nuns go crazy.
And the affliction started spreading.
The
So, like,
biting one.
Yeah. Now the biting one's going.
We got a lot going on.
Apparently, nunneries in Saxonburg and Brandenburg, you know, Holland, now even Rome,
Oh, whoa.
all biting each other and biting the priests
And meowing.
and meowing. There was meowing as well.
Awesome.
And it only stopped, and this is literally documented. It says it only stopped because they got exhausted.
Exhausted of biting each other?
They just got tired.
At some point, you're going to get tired.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
tired
yeah.
now.
I wonder how long.
I know. How long can you bite someone?
I don't know.
So, write in.
morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, let us know.
Wouldn't
Do
it be
an
great
experiment.
if after this airs, these plagues begin spreading
It
all
suddenly,
over
like,
again?
pops up.
Imagine.
Yeah.
We're responsible. Now, by far the most notorious of the dancing plagues occurred in Strasbourg, France in July 1518. This is the one that a lot of people know about.
Okay.
The event began pretty innocuously. It was just a single older woman just going into the streets, into the city center. Her name was Frau Trophea.
Love
I think
it.
is what
Queen.
I say it. That's how I say it.
Yeah.
She just walked out and she was like, let's do this. And she just started dancing.
Said, let's dance.
Let's go. Yeah, she was David Bowie before David
Channeling
Bowie.
some late Bowie.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's
Before
where
her
David Bowie
time.
came from.
Yeah.
He came from a dancing plague.
A nunnery
believe
of
that
dancing.
now.
Yeah. A dancing plague
That is
in
it.
a nunnery.
Canon. That is where David Bowie came from. He came from a dancing plague. It was Frau. So by mid-August, and she wouldn't stop, of course, because that's how
She had a
these work.
plague.
She had a plague. By mid-August, hundreds of people had joined her in the town square.
Again, a flash mob.
Yeah.
All of them uncontrollable. And like the previous ones, the dancers in Strasbourg never stopped to eat, never stopped to drink, sleep, nothing. Not long after the mania began, quote, as many as 15 people a day dropped dead.
Oh my God.
So
What a
this
way to
was
go
like-
out, though.
I mean,
It seemed like, I mean, there were a lot of ways you could die back then, but it seems like dancing would have been one of the better ones.
top
I would
notch
choose
in
that,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like real plague or dancing plague.
Yeah,
at that
dance,
point. I'm
baby.
picking dancing
Yeah.
plague.
Yeah.
And they just kept going. So people would be dropping dead and they were still dancing.
Over
It's
their
not
dead
like
bodies?
they stopped and were like, pause, like, let's get this one out. Nope. They just danced. People dropping.
Wow.
Yeah. And unlike many of the earlier dancing plagues, which were recounted a lot, like they would kind of change over time, like folklore, this particular one in 1518 was very well documented. Like it's a real event that is very documented. It's appeared in everything from historical text, news accounts, church and medical documents. It's like in a lot of things. And according to many of these documents, the woman who started the plague was brought to a church devoted to, can we guess?
St. Vincent.
Saint Vitus.
Vitus.
Oh, Vitus, my bad.
Maybe Saint
Mixed up
Vincent
my
too. Who
saints.
knows? A few days after she started dancing, she was brought to a church devoted to him, and she was cured. Apparently,
Well, and this is while the other people are still dancing.
They're still going.
They're like,
Yeah.
you started this, we're going to take care of you, but
Yeah.
we're going to let the others go.
yeah, they're trying to chop the head off the snake and see if it all
Maybe
falls.
if she stops.
Yeah, maybe if Frau stops. No, they all just kept going. Because in the days after that, others started joining more. Even like as soon as her absence was felt, they were like, "We need to beef this up.
Let's
get
dance
more
for her."
people in here." So, in order to curtail the mania, the city forbade musicians to perform publicly,
Oh, boo.
which like
That sucks.
lame,
Yeah.
kind of a killjoy, and eventually started taking the dancers one by one to the St. Vitus Church to get treatment. And no matter how quickly they removed the dancers off the streets to St. Vitus's church there, they were just replaced by new dancers. People would just show up.
It's like one leaves, five more come.
Yeah, they had alternates.
See, they
didn't-
had to cancel the musicians because they're like, this is easy for us. We could
Yeah.
just go and we already have an audience.
Yeah, they're like, hell yeah, let's go. I know, they were like, we can really get big here.
This is our spot.
They're like running around the dancers being like, listen to my demo. Like, like get a record deal out here. Now, in the decades and centuries that followed this, dancing plagues continued across Europe, with significant events occurring in the 16th and 17th centuries in Switzerland and Italy. And there hasn't been like a really documented case of dancing mania in a lot of centuries, but tarantism, which is like thought to be kind of similar, has been documented in Italy as recently as the 1950s.
Oh, shit.
So
So remind me, tarantism, it isn't dancing, but it's
it
just
is
sort of
kind
like...
of dancing.
It is, okay.
Yeah, it is kind of dancing, but it's like a little different because they claim it's from a spider.
Okay.
Like you get bit by a tarantula, which I didn't even know they had tarantulas in Italy. That was news to me.
I don't think I knew that either.
I don't know where I thought tarantulas were.
Australia.
I think everything.
Period.
I can attest to Joshua Tree.
Oh my God, they're
Really?
there too.
There was actually the last Jack's Mannequin record we almost named Tarantula Mating Season because we
That'd be great.
because we
I
actually
heard it.
we rented a house in Joshua Tree during Tarantula Mating Season and they were everywhere.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
upsetting.
and I don't care for spiders, but
No.
big ones I care for less. And
Yeah,
so
way
if
less.
you ever want to go get some tarantism, I recommend
where you
Joshua
go.
Tree around October,
Just write
November.
it on their Yelp page. So were they like in the house?
I wish I could find this video because there's a video of me and two of my bandmates running around the house screaming in like a high pitch,
Yeah.
like trying to chase a tarantula out of the house. Yeah.
How big?
I mean, bigger than my hand.
No.
Yeah. They're
Nope.
huge. Yeah.
No.
I'd just start crying and never
No.
stop.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't cry easily.
No, you
I
don't.
would start sobbing uncontrollably if I saw a tarantula.
Yeah,
I think.
100%. I
Like
cry
that's,
easily.
and in my house, I'd never sleep in there again.
It's my understanding they're not that, like, I don't know that the big ones are that bad.
No, I don't think they really do much.
Yeah, but they don't
just exist.
They don't look like anything you want to spend time with.
It's unfortunate for them.
I know. I feel like up close, aren't they really cute? Like their faces?
Their faces are kind of cute.
Like with,
but
like, a
I'm-
magnifying
but I'm not getting
glass.
up close.
I never found them cute.
You're like me.
You said actually no.
It's not my thing.
Yeah.
That's in Australia, the huntsman spiders.
Ugh.
My TikTok has figured out that I hate them, but that I will watch a whole video about one. So it just keeps giving me huntsman spider videos. And apparently you can hear huntsmans walking down the hall.
No.
They're so big.
No.
And I was like, that's all I need to
No.
know. I can't ever go to Australia.
Not for me.
Ever.
No, I'd
Can't do
die.
it. And people have like house huntsmans where they're just like, oh, that's just like Leroy, the house huntsman. He just lives here. He takes care of the bugs. I'm like, who takes care of him though? Like who?
He's lawless. He's lawless.
You get like, you're like, he takes care of like the mosquitoes. I'm like, what?
I'd rather get bit by a mosquito than
love
live with
him for that.
Leroy.
But like, I can't. You can't look like that.
No.
Oh, I can't. I cannot.
Spooky.
So yeah, if you ever want that, go to Joshua Tree. Apparently during
Yeah, they're
tarantula
there.
mating season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, people obviously blamed all these manias on either the spider or the devil and other supernatural shit for all the dancing plagues. But lots of religious intervention was obviously brought in to treat them.
Yeah.
You know, exorcisms and the like. And in cases where the dancers, this is interesting. So, because this is kind of very like regional. So it's like they would do these things where it's like the treatments for it were very regional to what they were thinking or believing in that place. But when the dancers were foreign, like not of that area, the regional cultural differences would uphold the belief in demonic possession. So like it would always go back to demonic possession.
That makes
But according
sense.
to Robert Bartholomew, quote, the behavior of these dancers was described as strange because while exhibiting actions that were part of the Christian tradition, other elements were foreign. And he points to one account that says, in their songs, they uttered the names of devils never before heard of. This strange sect. And
So
that's
how
what it
would you
says.
know what they
So
were?
it's like, what? So what do you, how do you know they're devils too?
Maybe they're gods.
Maybe they're angels.
Yeah.
Maybe they're friends.
Well, if you're dancing, the devil has to be a part of
Obviously,
it.
has to. Several devils have to be a
Yeah.
part of it. Now, demonic possession was really the main suspect in the beginning, but in later plagues, the cause of the mania would often be attributed, because of obviously we hear it in like the nunnery, it would be attributed to immorality and sin, particularly those in which the dances were overtly sexual or predominantly performed by
Women.
women. One description read, they indulged in disgraceful immodesty. For many women during this shameful dance and mock bridal singing bared their bosoms, while others of their own accord offered their virtue.
Oh, honey.
So now these ladies are out there just being like, come and get it.
Screwing in the streets. Show an
Like,
ankle.
damn, show an ankle.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. What is offered their virtue though? What is the?
That's what I wonder.
Literally show an ankle.
Yeah, they showed their shoulder or
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
It's like, do you want to hold my hand and dance?
Yeah.
And they're like, holy shit.
You gotta get inside,
Yeah,
girls.
you gotta to a nunnery where you can start meowing and propositioning priests.
Yeah.
Now, in later years, such as, you know, the dancing plague in Strasbourg, like the really famous one, the events were frequently kind of attributed to madness and hysteria as a whole, especially when they were begun, again, by girls or women. Historian John Waller says that there is considerable evidence that suggests the dancing plagues and the possession epidemics of Europe's nunneries were in fact classic instances of a very different phenomenon, mass psychogenic illness, which is way scarier to me.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Like if you're telling me the devil came and made me dance, I'm like,
That's
okay,
fun.
like that happens. But like mass psychogenic illness,
Boo.
what is that?
So what's the definition of psychogenic illness then?
So that's really like where the term mass hysteria comes from, where
Got
they
it.
can't pinpoint it. It's like in the Salem witch trials, they tried to blame it on like ergot poisoning, like fungus on the like wheat essentially. And it causes, you know, some kind of food poisoning that then leads to this like wild illness that everybody just.
Like psychosis.
But
You're
I think
hallucinating or something.
Yeah, I think it's like groupthink. Like
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
really just you've seen instances of it where like you can get people to do insane things if you just make it a group effort.
And again, there wasn't a lot to do back then.
There
So why
certainly
not
wasn't.
dance?
Yeah, there
in the
really
streets?
wasn't. And in the majority of cases of dancing plagues, the years, we were touching upon this before, the years immediately preceding the events were usually pretty harsh. There was famine, natural disasters, social and political upheaval. In the case of Strasbourg, there was a little thing called the Black Plague that was
Oh,
right
that.
before it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it can be viewed as kind of like an extreme reaction of like stress relief,
Yeah, it's
like
like-
a reaction to trauma.
It's a trauma reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So we're all going to start dancing soon.
like, you know, you can play the piano or you can start dancing uncontrollably for years at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Whatever
that's-
works for you.
Whatever you feel.
Yeah.
Report back. Let
Yeah.
us know. But that's my little
Mass
my
hysteria.
dance into
And
mass
this is what the
hysteria.
movie Footloose was based on.
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking the entire time.
That's the mic drop at the end in that, friends. But yeah, so if you start dancing in the streets, people might start joining you and then you could all die together.
Yeah.
So
Don't take it to a bridge.
there's that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Avoid
Yeah,
bridges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
12th century bridges are not the place to go.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so my question is, did men ever participate in the dancing
did.
plagues? They did.
Yeah, they did. That's what makes it so funny. They're like, well, women started it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just get blamed.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I think, and I don't even think it was always women who started it. I think it was just like, there was a lot of women.
Well, yeah, especially in that
You know?
in that
Yeah.
era, they were like, we'll blame the ladies.
If we're gonna bring, it's either the devil, ladies, or a combination of both.
Yeah.
So. And then in the nunneries, obviously, it was all ladies.
Yeah.
And the devil.
And the devil.
And
Yeah.
the devil.
Yeah.
Of course.
They were having relations with the devil.
Was there any documentation of whether or not they were having fun?
Oh, they were having
feel
fun.
like
we
it
didn't
seems
even need to document it.
Yeah,
Feels pretty awesome,
yeah.
to be honest.
They were sliving.
Yeah.
like, especially in the nunnery scenario, I'm like, I think they just got bored.
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
were like, let's see what we can get out of these priests. Like,
Let's climb a
let's
tree.
break some vows. I'm
Yeah.
sure there were some hot priests back then. So they were probably like,
Getting scared is one thing. Getting a thrill is, well, you want more of those in your life. The Genesis GV70 is built to thrill, baby. A thrilling yet elegant design always makes driving the GV70 an exciting adventure. Its powerful athletic stance screams performance and turns heads. Everybody's looking at you, girl, or boy, or whoever. Command the road and experience a class-leading standard 300 horsepower. Oh my God. Plus, discover the different dynamic drive modes for all different terrains. Choose between the different terrain modes for whatever road conditions you may encounter. The Genesis GV70's award-winning technology and performance lets you drive with comfort and drive with confidence all at the same time. It's an exciting SUV with intuitive tech that can make your ride smooth even when the road isn't. And its blind spot cameras allow you to see what's next to you. It's like having eyes on the side of your head. That's pretty iconic. Its performance, by the way, is measured not only in power, but in how it makes you feel confident, sexy. The Genesis GV70. Learn more at genesis.com and feel the GV70.
This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. Let's talk about bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, and it doesn't have to be that way. But with SoFi's high-yield checkings and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit. No account or overdraft fees. We love transparency. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, plus get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/morbid. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply.
see if we can break some vows.
Yeah.
Stroke the ego a little bit. When that didn't work, they were like, bring on the exorcist. Let's see.
Have a little fun.
Yeah. And then they just gave it up.
Well, it's an easy out too. It's like, well,
Yeah.
we can just claim that we were possessed, but we're
Exactly.
having a great time, and
Yeah.
there will be some recourse. You know,
Exactly.
we'll get back to normal
But you
eventually.
know
but
what? We'll have our memories.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's all
Or
about.
you could just leave the nunnery by saying you fucked the devil.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly,
it's really a way
easiest-
out,
the
actually.
easiest way to leave the nunnery, I would say. That's how I get out of most social situations.
Exactly.
If I don't want to be there.
Sorry, I can't make it tonight.
book signing's not going to work tonight. I slept
Yeah,
with the
sorry.
devil.
Ooh, I fucked the devil. I gotta go.
My bad.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, well, this is a weird shift now, but we're going to play some Would You Rather.
Please say
Any-
it's dancing
would
plague
you rather-
related. Yeah.
It's not even dancing
Yeah.
plague related. I just
Would
found,
you rather fuck the devil?
Climb the
So
tree.
number
Climb the
one.
tree and meow.
Yeah.
You know.
I should have put some of those in there.
Yeah.
But you can both answer because I didn't read these to
Okay,
you
I'll
yet.
answer.
So, would you guys rather be haunted by a ghost that only you can see or hear whispers that no one else can hear?
I'm going with the ghost. There's something about whispering that
Yeah.
nobody can hear that feels really
Ominous.
Like, at least they can be like, oh, there's my friend the ghost.
Yeah.
Hopefully, is it a friendly ghost? Do we know?
We don't know.
It's up in the air. Okay.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
It's your ghost.
I'd rather, 'cause in general, I'd rather be able to see it. If it's
Yeah.
just whispering, that's another level for me. Yeah.
That'll drive you
That's
mad,
how I
feel.
feel.
Like.
I would definitely rather ghosts because whispering would drive. I am very like
You have
know.
misophonia.
I get very annoyed with certain sounds over and over again, so that would piss me off.
It's
like
hard
I
to
would
even
end up
eat
just
lunch
being
in
like,
here.
shut up.
Whispering's on your list.
Ooh, constant whispering, I think, would make me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I think
sure.
it would make a lot of people crazy.
Yeah.
Misophonia or not.
But seeing a ghost every now and then would just be like, oh hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you never feel alone.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
You could tell them the big events in your
Just
life.
call him my imaginary friend.
Yeah. It's a
Just be
little
like, oh
buddy.
hey, you're here. Let me tell
Yeah.
you something cool that happened today.
I think I agree with you guys. I'd take the
Yeah.
ghost. All right, number 2. Would you rather live in a house that rearranges itself every night or in one where the doors occasionally lead to other dimensions?
Oh, two.
Other dimensions?
Yeah.
Why?
Rearranging my house every night would send me into orbit. I just nope. I'm a like comfort creature.
You are.
That would annoy the and I'm a control freak. Mm-hmm. Waking up to having my house rearranged every morning would not
With
be
no
good.
sign off.
But another dimension. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
I'm very type A, and
Yeah.
things are where they need to be,
And they're staying.
and they're
there.
they're not moving.
Don't touch them.
And also, like, let's see what's in the other dimensions.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I'm
bet-
going house rearranged because I can put
Wow.
it back. I don't want to go to. I don't know what these other dimensions have in them.
What if there's nuns meowing and trying to fuck priests?
What if I fall in and I can't get back into my house to rearrange my furniture?
Yeah.
You can't rearrange it every day because it's going to get rearranged that night.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's a lot of work.
I know, but dimensions are scary.
It's bad to your floors.
It is bad to your floors.
know?
That's real.
If it's a really good interior designer who's rearranging the house, maybe it's a different story.
Yeah. See, this is my scenario. It is.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, like that's
Even
a really
that.
nice new configuration of the living room furniture.
Yeah, that helped the feng shui. Of the whole
Excited to
place.
see what you do tomorrow.
No, that still even that wouldn't work for me. I'm too much of a control freak.
I'm sticking with it.
I like
I
it.
believe in you.
I back
Thanks. All right, number 3. Would you rather live in a world where every book you open transports you into its story, or where every movie you watch traps you inside its universe until the movie ends? It's kind of like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the longer trip in the book is probably less of a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Depends on the book, I suppose.
I can handle like 2 hours in another world
That's
pretty
true.
easily. I've worked.
You'll go movie.
I've worked my way up with psychedelics, and this is actually something that I
like, I've done that.
You're like, you know what?
Yeah, I know I can handle that, but I'm a slow reader, so I'm not,
Be months start in this world.
yeah.
That's I've always like every time I read a book, I'm always like, like take me with you.
That's how I feel.
Like I just want to jump into the book, but now I'm thinking about it and I'm like, that's true. That would be a long.
Well, and with some of the books that y'all are reading for this podcast, I
That's
would
the other
imagine
thing.
those are not worlds that you
Yeah.
want to spend a lot of
No.
time in.
No.
I'd like to pick and choose which books.
Definitely choosing the books.
Yeah.
If I'm jumping into every book I read, then that's a problem.
Same
for
thing with
everybody.
movies because we watch fucked up movies a lot.
That's
I don't
true.
want to go in some of them.
That's true.
It's a hard choice.
I think it's I'm gonna go with yours. The time crunch is
Yeah.
what if I know I have a finite time,
All right.
that'll make me feel better. I like a
See,
note.
Yeah, I get that. I was thinking story because when you're reading, you're kind of like making like your own visuals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of cool to see that. I haven't done psychedelics, so that
I
would be
would
my
like to
way of
see
doing
that.
it.
That's the surprise for this episode. I brought some here.
Surprise!
No, I'm totally kidding. Don't get the wrong idea. These are occasional journeys.
Like, don't worry, everybody.
You're like, it's fine, don't worry.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I think the only because again, I've always wanted to jump into a book.
Yeah.
I love
Totally.
books,
Yeah.
but again, it's the time.
I get that.
Because I'm also that way with like everybody who listens knows I'm not good in social situations. So
You
like
are.
going out, but like at a social situation out, I
Yeah,
always
yeah.
like to know there's
You
an
need
end.
an out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I need an end to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the
right.
movie.
Yeah, I get that. Because then you can pick like hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, like I'm
maybe
not
not
gonna
a Harry
jump
Potter
into
movie.
like I'm not jumping into like a Harry
You're
Potter
only
movie.
watching short films from here on out.
Like,
Exactly.
or I probably would jump into a Harry Potter movie actually.
Depending
that
on
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
which one. Yeah.
I'd jump into all of them. Let's go.
Yeah. I love
So
that.
yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
That cemented it for me.
All right. Last one. Would you rather live in a world where night never falls? So it's basically just like eternal daytime.
Oh.
Or an eternal night where you would never witness the sun again?
Obviously, daytime.
Nighttime.
Nighttime.
I had a feeling you would go that way.
Yeah, nighttime for sure.
Yeah.
I need the sun. Like
Yeah.
I need the sun.
It's the California in you.
Well, yeah. Well, I was born out here. I actually was born in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
And moved across the country, but getting to California now, it's like when I tour in the wintertime, it's not good for me. If it's dark for a
You're like,
long
I
time,
hate
I lose my mind. Yeah,
See, and we brought you at the perfect time.
It was sunny this morning.
A little bit.
Well, and it glistens in the snow, so it's
It does,
pretty.
it's
I had an amazing walk this morning. I was like, I didn't feel
Perfect.
cold.
Nice.
And I went and got coffee. I was like, okay, this was,
Yeah.
because you told me, you prepared me. You're like,
I did.
There's no sun out here. And I was
No.
like, I can handle that for 2 days. But 2 days is like my limit.
Yeah. I
And
don't
the
blame
sun
you.
was like, I'll come out for you.
Yeah.
Just for
Welcome
a
to
minute.
Boston.
Because we have not had sun for weeks
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, it's been dark.
Yeah. The sun doesn't like me very much.
Sounds
No,
like you don't
same.
like it either.
And I don't like it. We have like
We're
a
too pale
mutual
for the sun.
disrespect for each other. Yeah, I'm way too pale for the sun.
Yeah.
I don't do well in it.
Alaina carries around a parasol in the summer.
Yeah.
Really?
Like
I
a
don't
goth
like-
girl parasol.
I do not want to get burned. I don't want wrinkles.
Yes, and you're good.
You know? It does we have a mutual disrespect.
Yeah.
Which became a respect.
Do you
that
have
we
a
don't-
parasol collection?
I only have one.
You
Weirdly
should
enough.
have a collection.
I know I should.
I like that idea.
I also like a big wide brimmed hat.
Yeah.
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 This sounds like good morbid merch. The
I know,
the,
I know,
paras-
it's
the
all
parasol
right.
feel,
We
the
should.
parasol feels on brand to me.
Mikey, write that
parasol.
Like he's like, I got it.
He's
yeah.
like, already done it.
I got it. You also feel like you're in like another era when you carry around a parasol.
Totally.
Yo,
which is
definitely.
fun.
I have
Yeah.
a lot of admiration for a parasol. Like when
Yeah.
I see people out doing the parasol thing, I'm like, I couldn't do it. Even when it
couldn't.
rains, I don't carry an umbrella.
No,
I'm just like,
same.
whatever, just get me wet. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But the commitment to
Yeah.
good skin.
Yeah.
But I love the sun too much. I'm like, I will look like a beat up leather shoe.
That's what
like
Botox is
within the next 10 years, and I'm fine with it. I'm
Yeah.
like, when I see those guys on the beach, and I'm just like, yeah, that
That's
guy,
my
that's
future.
that guy did it. I'm like, maybe you don't think this is good looking, but I'm like, I want to just look like a shoe.
I'm gonna live
Yeah, I'm,
as
I'm,
a shoe.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do well in the sun either. Like I don't like hot. Like
Yeah.
as soon as here,
I don't like hot.
I don't like hot. Like here, it's like as soon as it gets in the 60s, I'm like, this is my perfect weather.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I can live in the 60s, fall all day.
Yeah.
Like I like that kind of sun. I feel like in the fall it's like a muted sun.
Yeah.
Almost. It has
Yeah.
a different vibe to it. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I get that.
And then as soon as it gets in the summer, it's like this harsh sun that like I hate the look of it. I just don't like. I don't know.
Everything's
what it
too
is.
bright for you.
Too bright.
I'm the opposite. I'll go to the desert in the middle of the summer when it's
my
like
God.
113 degrees,
Damn.
and I'll just be in heaven.
That's where
With like
we
a little
depart.
folding mirror.
No, I never did that. I toured with a band once. The singer actually had one of the.
No way.
Oh my God.
We'll never say who. They're great, and he's great too. But I remember walking outside and being like, that dude's doing like the grandma on the porch thing with the reflector.
That you see
shield.
like in
my
movies
God.
and don't think is real.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, this is like
You're like,
this is a
damn.
level of commitment to tanning that I've never even
yeah.
imagined.
Yeah.
But I get cold so easily.
Oh, I get cold very easily.
Yeah, and I'm just like it's my least favorite feeling is being cold.
Really?
And my least favorite feeling
Is being hot.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the opposite. I'm like hot I can handle, but not when I'm sleeping.
Oh, I have to be freezing when I'm sleeping. Me
So
and my
I
husband
need
get in fights all the
blankets.
time. I've been turning off the heat lately. He's like, stop doing that. It's like 60 degrees in this room. Ash. I'm like,
I have the
know.
fan going above us, and John's
Same.
like, "Why? It's February. Like what?" I'm like, "Yes,
It's the science backed that you sleep better when you're cold.
It's true.
I do.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I don't. My thought process about it is that you can only take off so many layers.
Yeah,
when
you
you're
can
hot.
add so many
Like I
more.
can't peel my skin off. I could, but I'm not
Whoa.
going to.
don't.
You can
You
put
could?
on. I mean, I guess I could.
Yeah, you're like, wait a
I'm an
minute, like-
autopsy technician. I know how to flay back skin.
Could you bring yourself to do it? You think? To
Absolutely
yourself?
not.
Okay.
No,
I
Not-
thought you were
not
going
to
to say
myself.
absolutely. I was
No,
like, whoa.
Not to myself. To a dead person, I can.
Well, yeah, you have.
Yeah, but I'm like,
we
yeah.
should end
This took
there.
a turn. I like it.
Like, wait, but you can't take off all the layers to get cool, but you can put on all the layers. To get
I
warm.
mean, it's a sound logic. It's just when I don't follow at all.
It's okay. We
Yeah.
diverge here.
That's fine.
It's like we got the office.
We can be friends
have
instead-
parks.
yeah.
We have all the things.
Yeah.
This is where we
Yeah.
diverge. It's okay. We'll just be friends in different continents.
Yeah.
I'll just stand in the middle of you. I like both.
I came to you in winter, so
You
here
did.
we are.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
how we know we're friends.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the last one. I pick Eternal Night because I'm a night person, but I still like the sun, so I'd be like a little bummed, I think. But
Yeah.
but yeah.
I just also love the night.
Well, yeah, that's how I feel.
Did you watch
something
Night
about
Country? Did you?
I did.
I have not.
I think I could vibe.
It was great.
It
Yeah.
was. It was really
But
good.
even me, I was like, this is horrible. I
It
can't.
can't
It's
do
dark.
Is it always
every episode? It's dark every
yeah.
episode.
Is it like
it's
Alaska or
when
something?
like it's that part of the country that it like goes into night for 3 months.
Oh, I think I would thrive.
I think I would do okay.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
No.
I would be. It'd be over in one season for me.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you're
feel
the
like
nearest
that would be
desert.
it.
Yeah, I would have lost my mind.
There's also like a reverse of that happens
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's like 3 months of light. That would kill me.
I've been to Alaska when it was in that
That
period,
must be
and like
bonkers.
it was hard to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, but it was pretty cool to go outside when it was like 2 a.m. and it's like, oh,
And it's the
Just
middle of the
daytime.
day.
yeah. I mean, it would be like dusky,
Okay.
but it was pretty cool.
I feel like that would like fuck up your circadian rhythm.
It
Totally.
probably does.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The other way would too, obviously. So that wouldn't be great.
Yeah. You got to be strong to live out there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you live out there, anyone?
Write us in.
Let
Lots
us
of
know.
emails coming in.
I know. Suddenly we're really calling for emails this
I know.
episode.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
I loved that.
Thanks for inviting me. I had a blast.
Thanks
Yeah,
for coming.
thank you for
Yeah, of
coming
course.
on.
We learned a lot. Oh, and check out the Dear Jack Foundation if
Please.
you want to
Oh, yes.
say anything about that before we leave.
Yeah, I mean, so Dear Jack is it's a nonprofit I started years ago on the heels of my survivorship with leukemia, and so we advocate for adolescent and young adults, so people 15 to 39, which is like for years has been a really forgotten demographic of cancer patient and survivor. And so, yeah, we build programs for this group specifically. We do retreats for couples that are entering survivorship, and we also do a wish granting program for young adult cancer patients. So, yeah, please just go to dearjackfoundation.org if you want to learn more about what we're doing, or if you happen to have a friend or be going through the cancer journey yourself. We have a lot of support services and ways to kind of link up with you and try and make the journey easier.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I love it. So go check it out.
Yeah. Perfect. And you guys, we hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
Keep
it
weird. But not so weird that if you haven't already listened to Something Corporate, Jack's Mannequin, and Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness, you don't check it out.
Talk about regrets. We all know someone who's been in a car accident and said, I don't need to call a lawyer, only to regret it after their pain and damages were worse than expected. When someone hurts you, you deserve to be compensated fairly. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, fighting for the people for over 35 years. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com/podcast. That's forthepeople.com/podcast. Their fee is free unless they win.
In the U.S., there's a break-in every 26 seconds. But when intruders step near, Simply Safe Home Security steps up.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on the way.
Using AI alerts, U.S.-based live agents help deter break-ins. Simply Safe, no long-term contracts. Save 50% on your new system with professional monitoring at simplysafe.com/SXM or with promo code SXM.
Outdoor deterrence requires a Simply Safe Active Guard outdoor protection plan starting at $49.99 a month. Visit simplysafe.com/licenses for alarm license information. Tennessee 2012.